Finally, let's hang some lights. I think I promised that a long time ago. So here we are. We're back at our little drawing, and let's go to our top plan view. And what you'll see that I did, and you do not need to do so. I just need you to sort of think about it, and you can reference what I'm doing. But what I did is I put in what are called lighting areas. And this is not a design class, so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about it. But a lighting area pretty much corresponds to an acting area. That's where we're going to want to put light. And in our little stage, I've just broken the stage up into into 9 little acting areas. Downstage left, center and right, mid left, center and right, and upstage left, center and right. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is maybe let's put in some front light for our downstage center area. And so I think I'm making design choices now, but I'm going to say that our 26 degree is probably going to be a good choice for that. So I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to make sure that I'm on the right class, and I want to be on the class. Do I have a class lighting? I do. Let's just make sure that we're on the class that I want to be on. Lighting and incandescent. Let's just make sure that that one's checked. And am I on the right layer? Layer lighting, and I'll say okay. Right? So good. So now I'm going to put my light where I want it to go. And what I want to do is just kind of line up right in front of that little text box. And if I'm looking, I look like I can go probably right about on that 9-foot mark. And that'll be the light, the front light for that area. Typically I cheat to the inside just a little bit of the area. So I know that I'm going to want to be on 9 feet, and I'm looking at my little measuring bar at the top. So why don't I put it right there on that mark, and I'll just point them straight ahead. And then I know that I have a center area, and I'll put that one right there. Right, so that's going to be my down left, down center, and down right lights. So I can also then, right, if you look in the object info, I have that light selected. I have a whole lot of specifications on that light, and we're going to work with most of them. But for right now, just so that we can organize our thoughts a little bit, I'm just going to go for this, the first light that I put in. Why don't I go over and give it a purpose? And I'm going to say front, down right, down left. Yeah, and then I can just say enter. And nothing shows up, but it's there. And if I come over and I say front, down center, and I come over here and I'll say front, down left. This is just going to help me organize my thoughts and remember what I drew, right? Because right now there's just nothing out there, and I just need to be able to know what I drew. And so if I click on a light, I can see what its purpose is, what I intend it to do. So the next thing I'm going to do is maybe I'll select some 36 degrees, and 36 degree is going to be for that mid-stage left area. So I'm just going to line up with that, and I might even use the exact same placement. Let's do it 9, right? And we'll call that one front mid left, and enter. And then I'll come over to the center and I'll plop that one in, and we can call that one front mid center. Enter, and I'll come over to this other one, and what did we say, about 9 feet over, and there's my 9-foot mark right there, so I know I'm in the right place. And we'll call that one front mid right, and we'll say okay. All right, great. So now the next thing we're going to want to do is do these upstage areas, and I think we're going to need to get even bigger still. So I'm going to go to a 50 degree, And I think we can go to the exact same mark. And front, up, left, enter. And I'll come over here and we'll click that. And we'll say front, up, center. And we'll go over to our last one. And again, we want to find our 9-foot mark. There's 9 feet. And let's call that one front, up, right, enter. Right? Let's see if we did this right. Let's do a little fly around. Let's see if our lights are actually up on our pipes. Look, our lights are up on our pipes. We hung all of our front light, right? That's good. Now they're all pointed at the ground. We'll get to that. Don't worry about that light sitting on the ground there. That's just an artifact. And it's doing pretty good. So that's it for this video, and I'll come back in a second and we'll do some backlight.